gonna tell you my experience of soul ties. Okay, some women will literally be semi real with you on their experiences. And let me tell you, I am a 38-year-old woman, and I have experienced the most heartbreak in my entire life. I have never in my life been properly loved by a man. Ever. Ever. I have always been used, no matter if it was sexually or they financially. It was always in a way to gain from the man. It was never from the man point of view. It was never anything to reflect in a positive way for me. So, like, throughout my whole entire life, I have been used by men. Okay, and a lot of it had to do with generational curses. And this is what I want to say, right? Women, ladies, be very particular in the men that you choose to be the child, your child's father. And not even that, be very particular in the men that you are involving yourself with. Because they can have a very harmful impact on your life, especially your growth. Who you tie yourself up to can really stunt your growth. It can stunt your progress, right? Because you're linking up with a spirit that is not good for you. We have to understand that a lot of battles that we battle, it does not come from the physical. We're always looking at the physical point of view. We're looking at how a person looks, what a person has, how big they're checking, how much money they have in their checkings account, what kind of car they drive, what kind of house they have, their physical assets, right? But we never really understand that character matters. Character matters, especially when it comes to the building of family. Okay? And I have never in my life been properly loved by a man. And I'm 38 years old. But I'll tell you something about that that has taught me a valuable lesson when it comes to me being more aware of who I depend on for my happiness and my joy. I don't come from a place of hurt when it comes to what I dish out. Because even being used by men, being hurt by men, being looked over by men, being, the reject, shall I say. She's a good woman. I don't want to deal with her, or I'll just, use her and I'll go to the next woman and I'll be with the woman that is not good for my soul, and, I'm not saying I'm a perfect woman, but I have literally been run over, right? I still come from a place of peace. And how did I obtain that? How am I like that? I had to literally take time to heal. The healing process is very, very important when it comes to the journey of life. Because in order for you to attract things to you, you have to be able to heal and allow God to literally pour his spirit over you and show you who you are through him. Then you're able to make better decisions when it comes to your selection of men. Because the men that I used to be attracted to, I am no longer attracted to anymore. Like, literally. And I'm not saying that those men are, they're just men. They're not perfect either. And they're going to, they have different experiences just like me. God is going to use them in ways, God can literally discipline us for our mischievous behaviors, right? God is not done working on them either, right? But when I tell you that once you gain a relationship with God and really change your habits, try to redirect yourself, try to pick up the Bible 15 minutes a day. Allow the word, because in the Bible it says God will give you the renewing of your mind, which means he will give you a whole different mindset. He will develop you in ways that, when people look at you and they talk to you, they say, this is not the same person I knew 2 years ago. That's how God works. So the men that I was attracted to, the street men, the men, that were disrespectful towards women. And, we tend to love the thugs, and we want to change them and not change us so we can attract the right man, because not everybody comes from a place of peace. Not every man is qualified to be a husband. Not every woman can be a wife, right? But it's up for us to know that if you're not presenting yourself as a wife or a husband, and if you don't know God, that's first and foremost, because in order to be good, you have to know what goodness is. So that has to be something that's installed in you, so you're able to give that goodness away, right? And not be misled by terrible spirits, terrible people, because with one thing that God will do for you is God will never mislead you. If you're listening to him, and if you operate on a level of excellence, right? Which means you view yourself as the daughter or son of the Most High, then, you're operating on excellence. So you will attract good things to you. I have been single for almost 5 years, right? So my last relationship taught me, right, was that yes, it's time for you to heal. There is something that is spiritual, a generational curse that is literally breaking you down, right? It's literally sending these type of spirits to you, and that's the enemy operates through people, right? So it could be something my father did at a young age, right? And he never prayed about when it came to his daughters. And we have to understand the power of generational curses. So that's why I say you got to be very in particular and specific at the, who you are choosing to be your child's father, because, you want to produce good fruit. You not only that, you want to be able to give your children good fruit because you love them. And love comes from a place of correction. You have to be able to correct yourself in what you are doing and how you are displaying yourself as a woman in order to receive the love that God wants to give you. God always told me, the man that I send you will not cause you to sin. And I have dealt with men who have come at me on a godly approach, and we'll sit there and talk about the Bible, and 2 minutes, 20 minutes later, he wants to have sex, right? God told me, listen, whoever I send you will not cause you to sin, because sin pulls you away from me. So why would I give you a man that's going to cause you to sin or cause you to fornicate? That he does not come from God. He's coming from your own personal emotions. So I just want to encourage our young black women to just make the right decisions when it comes to men, and always allow God to come into your heart, and not even only that, have a prayerful life. Prayer opens doors. When you are hurt, and you feel bitter, you want that payback, you want that vengeance, you want to expose somebody, and you want to jump on social media platform and pour your emotions out, and everybody want to be in your business. Talk to God about it. Allow God to take that situation, because it's not worth it. There's nothing more unattractive than a woman that cannot control her emotions. Okay, because you want to attract good men to you. And how do you attract good men? You become a good woman. No, we're not perfect. We all fall short of the glory. But listen, every day you wake up, you want to become a better woman. You want to. Because when you are a better woman, you create better women. Okay? It's all about what you are installing in your heart. Listen to good music. Listen to motivational speeches. Listen to people that are good in personal development. I would suggest Jim Rohn. He's great in personal development. For spiritual, right? Spiritual is the most high, right? So I would listen to Miles Monroe. Just those good pastors, right? Read the Bible, right? When you're working out, right? I encourage every woman to work out, right? Because I've always been a plus size woman my whole life, but the power of working out, exercising, it relieves stress. While you're on that treadmill, listen to the Bible. Allow the word to just dwell in your heart. That way you will be able to empty out all the hurt, all the disappointment, and give it to God. Okay? Because when we are intertwining, when we're having sex with different men, then we are literally attracting different souls, right? And we don't know what a man's been doing. You know, he might have been having. Not every woman comes from God. Not every woman praises God. We have women that are very controlling. They possess the Jezebel spirit, and they have no problem with it, right? Right? I think in the Proverbs they call it the way you are women. They are godless women, right? So when you have men who don't respect themselves, right, and they don't respect themselves, and they go around and they have sex with these godless women, then they come back to you. You don't know. You know, you wake up next morning wondering why you're so depressed, why you're so anxious, why do I have suicidal thoughts? Well, we're battling is something that's spiritual, and I have been through that, and it's not a good feeling. Okay, spiritual. So we have to focus on the internal. The internal matters, ladies. It is so imperative that you get this. The internal exposes your behaviors. So if you're loud and rowdy and hurtful and bashful and bitter, right? That is being exposed. That's being exposed through your behavior. That is something that you are depositing internally, which means you are getting the wrong message. So we want to be able to change our habits. Habit changing is very important. Change what we are eating, drinking more water, exercising, you know, changing the people we hang around with, the women of good character, right? The women that seeks God, right? The women that are not so bitter, right? There's nothing wrong with, you know, old friends, right? But if I always say this, listen, when I'm leveling up spiritually, then I need women that are already there. That is how you grow. You might have to change friends. You might have old friends, because I do have old friends, right? But I don't hang around them that much. But I love them, and I will never stop loving them. And I pray for them. I am not perfect, so I'm not here to judge, right? Everybody learns at a different points and different times in their life. You might not get it till you know 56. I might get it at the age of 26, you know, or 36 or 46, and somebody might have got the message earlier than me. You know, it's all about the lifestyle. It's all about how God is using your life. You know, it's all about how God is constructing your life. It's all about your process. It's all about your purpose. So always remain close to God. Wake up in the morning, talk to God. Go to sleep, talk to God. Read the Bible, listen to the Word. Technology is more advanced than ever. We are more knowledgeable than ever. So we have access to the Bible in many different ways. Allow the Word to dwell in you, and then allow God to change your heart. Okay? God bless. May love, peace, prosperity hit your heart. And may you, God give you the renewing of your mind. God bless.